Saint Teresa of Calcutta was a legend in her time, and if you would like to get to know her better, today we're sharing 5 of our favorite Mother Teresa books that will help you do just that. Okay, so September 5th is Mother Teresa's feast day, so this month in her honor, we decided that we wanted to read a new to us book about Mother Teresa.
And that book was so good. It inspired us to do a whole video about our favorite Mother Teresa books. It was hard to narrow it down to just 5, but we got there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first book.
Our first book is the one that inspired this whole video, and it's an audio book that we found on Hoopla called Mother Teresa in Her Own Words, which is narrated by Dr. Louis Tartaglia. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he knew and worked with Mother.
And that book is strictly an audiobook, and not to be confused with this book, Mother Teresa in My Own Words, which also a great book, but completely different.
Yeah, it was confusing at first. We thought, well, we have this book. Are these the same? But they're not. Mother Teresa in Her Own Words has audio clips from all different people who knew Mother and worked with her. They tell their stories. You hear their voices. But you also get a lot of Mother Teresa talking. So she's telling her stories, and so it's definitely in her own words.
So it's really cool to get to listen to her and to get to know the sound of her voice, which is very beautiful and musical.
Plus, we're listening to the voice of a saint. You know, it took us about halfway through to realize, wait a minute, we are actually listening to a saint talk. So that was really cool.
And she also has a great sense of humor that shines through in this book.
So one of the funny stories that Mother tells in the book is of a man approaching her and saying, look, Mother Teresa, tell me the truth. Are you a saint? So she just looks at him and she says, well, you know, let's just let me go ahead and die first, and then we'll find out.
So she is just a very joyful and inspirational woman, and her wisdom is timeless.
One thing that Mother says repeatedly throughout the book is that everyone wants to belong to someone, and that loneliness is the great poverty of the West. So that was something like we took home, something really good to think about, how everyone wants to belong to someone.
So this book is definitely one of our favorites now, at the top of our list. So if you can find it on Hoopla or somewhere else, definitely give it a listen, even to just hear the sound of her voice.
Our next book is Do Something Beautiful for God from Dynamic Catholic. This is the essential teachings of Mother Teresa, a 365-day devotional that gives you a little bit of Mother Teresa every single day.
So we first read this one a couple of years ago, and it feels like she is right there talking to you, giving you advice every day.
And you all know how much we love our daily devotionals here. So this was a great read for us. And we also like that you can just pick it up anytime and read it for a week or 2, or maybe a season like Advent or Lent.
So all you have to do is just find the current date and then just go from there.
Okay, number 3, to get to know Mother Teresa better, we think it's essential to have some type of picture biography of her, because one picture of Mother Teresa is worth 1,000 words.
So we found this book that we like, Mother Teresa, a Pictorial Biography by Joanna Hurley. And this one has over 100 pictures of her, some in black and white, some in color, and interestingly, she is smiling in almost every single photo.
This one has some of our very favorite iconic pictures of Mother Teresa, like this one of Mother with Pope John Paul II.
And also this one of her with the then Prince Charles.
He is definitely looking a little bit younger in these pictures. So we love this one, but it is from the 1990s. So we thought, well, is there anything more recent with different pictures of Mother Teresa out there? So we did find this book by Linda Schaefer called Encountering Mother Teresa.
And this book claims to have hundreds of never before seen photos of her. So we put a request in for this one at the library. We're excited to check it out and let you know what we think.
Number 4 is a book that we love for both children and adults, and it's called Stories Told by Mother Teresa. And this one starts off with a really short 2-page biography of Mother that is just the perfect length for kids. It has everything they need to know.
And Mother Teresa loved to teach by telling stories. So this one has several of her most famous stories, just in a very engaging and kid-friendly manner. You know, it's 2 pages per one story with lots of illustrations.
So if you don't know anything about Mother Teresa, or you're trying to introduce her to your kids or your students, this is such a great option. The stories in this one are going to draw them right in.
And then lastly, number 5, we have a lesser known book, but one that we read all the time growing up. And it is Bringing Lent Home with Mother Teresa by Donna Marie Cooper O'Boyle.
So this one is a Lenten devotional with all the usual things, prayers, reflections, activities, everything you need every day for Lent. But each day during Lent, it also has a story from Mother Teresa's life. And these stories are so good. I think that as a family, this was what made us initially just fall in love with Mother Teresa as we got to know her through these stories.
But this one is definitely geared towards families and of course towards Lent. So it's just not as well known, but we think it's too good to miss. So keep this one in mind for next Lent.
So that's a short list of 5 books about Mother Teresa that we really love here.
And let us know down in the comments what some of your favorite Mother Teresa books are.
So we hope you enjoyed the video today. We hope it was helpful for you. Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, pray for us. We'll see you next time. Bye.